Three of the most famous anime movies are creating a multiverse. Are Makoto Shinkai movies hiding something? This all starts with the release of the anime movie Your Name. I'm sure that 99.99% of you watching this right now know about Your Name, the groundbreaking anime movie. When it released in 2016, it became explosively popular, and not just in Japan, but the entire world, even becoming the highest grossing anime movie. Although at that time, there were no talks about the multiverse, because everyone was just visually stunned by its beauty. People even started comparing the quality of animation with Ghibli. The animation was just that perfect. Perfect and original to the point where we now have a thing called Your Name Sky. However, animation would be empty without the story. Your Name, or Kimi no Nawa, had a different storyline compared to the past movies of Makoto Shinkai, which were more on the introspective side. Kimi no Nawa, or Your Name, was more open and easy to understand. The body swapping in two different timelines deeply resonated with the audience, especially with the element of natural disaster. That natural disaster which marked the start of a new multiverse. After the hit in 2016, we see yet another Shinkai masterpiece in 2019 called Weathering with You. Now, as I said, the natural disaster in Your Name marked the start of a multiverse. But how? Well, in Your Name, we had meteorites destroying an entire town. The natural disaster played a very major role in the story, being a central pillar for the plot. In fact, these meteorites can even be called the reason why Mitsuha and Taki came so close to each other. But what about Weathering with You? How does Your Name meteorites have any connection with Weathering with You? In the movie, rain is a major part of the story. Just how in Your Name, meteorites destroyed a town, in Weathering with You, the entire Tokyo is about to drown. Once again, another natural disaster. But this still doesn't make sense, right? We don't see any connection between the two worlds. Yet. There are scenes in Weathering with You blatantly mentioning Mitsuha and Taki right on the screen. Mitsuha interacting with Hodaka in the supermarket store, while Taki can be seen talking to both Hodaka and Hina, which proves that both anime have intertwined timelines, giving us that connection between the two worlds. When fans like you and I realized this, the multiverse topic suddenly appeared. Fans started making theories, how Makoto Shinkai is linking the world and timelines, how every timeline has a disaster to face, how each time events are connected to the Japanese history and culture. The theories were piling up. But still, the multiverse is nowhere close to reality. At least not without our third movie. Wait, before we talk about the third movie, I'd like to bring your attention back to when it all started. Right now, we all think that Your Name is where it all started. First disaster, first timeline, Japanese culture. But that's not really true. Things actually started way back in 2013, 3 years before the release of Your Name, when Makoto Shinkai released Garden of Words. Now, Garden of Words does not explicitly mention any disaster or intertwined timelines, but there is a significant moment in the movie Your Name, where Yukari, a teacher, a character from Garden of Words, is seen in Your Name, teaching in Mitsuha's class, crossing worlds and timelines. But what Yukari is actually teaching in Mitsuha's class is even more interesting.
これが黄昏時の語源ね。昼でも夜でもない時間。世界の輪郭がぼやけて、人ならざるものに出会うかもしれない時間。
Twilight, a time where someone may encounter something not human, a magical time. Those are the words of Yukari. Her dialogues are clearly indicating to this particular scene in Kimi no Nawa or Your Name, someone in no relation with Mitsuha or Taki whatsoever, but somehow is intertwined with their timelines and world. That is when I believe the Shinkai verse truly may have begun. However, it is still not complete. The Shinkai verse can truly not exist without our third anime, the third Shinkai masterpiece, Suzume No Tojimari. This is where our question will finally be answered, whether Shinkai verse is really there or not. Suzume no Tojimari is the deciding film because of all the connections we had till now. Garden of Words to Your Name, from Your Name to Weathering with You. You would expect Weathering with You connection in Suzume no Tojimari, but is there? No. No Weathering with You, no Your Name, no Garden of Words. Suzume no Tojimari is just Suzume no Tojimari. This was very shocking because fans were genuinely waiting for an actual connection, some kind of Easter eggs which indicated towards the Shinkai verse. But there were none. Suzume no Tojimari stands alone. Now you would kind of expect the argument of Multiverse to settle down and become a little bit quiet, but weirdly enough, fans were still positive as ever about the Shinkai verse. How though? I mean, Suzume no Tojimari just dismissed any sort of relations, right? Well, nope. While few connections were lost, I never said that there are no connections at all. Just like the previous two movies, there are natural disasters. Suzume refers to the frequent earthquakes and hints towards the megaquake that hit Japan in 2011. Then we have an alternate existing timeline, the world behind the doors, where two different timelines, Suzume, the kid and the adult Suzume, are able to meet each other. We have Japanese history and culture. Characters have special power, just like Your Name and Weathering with You. The themes connect. Even if the stories don't, these three Shinkai movies share a thematic bond, erupting out to be a disaster trilogy. But we still don't have an answer about the Shinkai multiverse. Wasn't Suzume no Tojimari supposed to conclude everything? Well, before we reach our final answer, I'd like you to know something about these movies, which may make you realize the answer even before I tell you. Your Name ending is set in the year 2022. Suzume no Tojimari is happening in the year 2023, and alas, Weathering with You ending happened in the year 2024. 3 separate years, very important for our answer. But why? By the end of Weathering with You taking place in 2024, Tokyo, due to never-ending rain, is submerged underwater. Meanwhile, Your Name and Suzume, taking place before the ending of Weathering with You, before 2024, still have a normal, dry Tokyo. As can be seen in both movies, that all Tokyo scenes are completely normal, which substantiates the argument of a multiverse, proving that there is a connection between these worlds. The story may not tell it, but the time does. The themes, they scream about the connection. While the director, writer, creator of these movies, Makoto Shinkai himself may deny the possibility of a multiverse, we fans cannot just ignore the overlapping themes and the characters' cameo. It is all there. The connection is there. So how can the multiverse not be? And well, there is your final answer. Yes, the Shinkai verse is real. MSU, Makoto Shinkai Universe, is an actual thing, though a little different from what you must be expecting. His movies are connected with themes, not direct story connection, which will make it a thematic multiverse. These universes have their differences. Some sacrifice the world for their own, some sacrifice themselves for the world. But at the end of the day, these universes share the same thematic fate, sharing a common bond, common sufferings, common happiness. That is Shinkai-verse. You can also solidify the Shinkai-verse theory even more when you realize how deeply the themes are connected. For example, in Your Name, Mitsuha's hometown is destroyed because of meteorites. In Weathering With You, Tokyo, where Hina lives, is completely submerged underwater. And in Suzume No Tojimari, Suzume's birthplace, Tohoku, is wrecked by a mega earthquake. 3 different anime movies sharing one same fate. Oh, and that is not all. The Disaster Trilogy, these 3 movies are really fond of erasing memories, which is blatantly visible in Your Name and Suzume, showing us how thematically these films are deeply connected with each other, finally creating a thematic multiverse. Ha! Did you think the video was over? No, I needed to thank you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are on your break right now, I would suggest you to watch one more video. If you have nothing to do, you're on your break, enjoying your time, then please click on one of these videos to watch now. And if you enjoyed this video a little too much, which I really appreciate, then click on my nose to subscribe. I'll see you next week. Till then, ganbatte. Ganbatte.